Previously, on judging the shit out of Lucky Palms, we had yet another polarizing experience here in The Sims 3. Based on comments from the previous episodes, as well as my own personal experience, we were expecting to be blown away. And we were, but not always in a positive way. We still face ugly green bathrooms, appalling shells and roofs, and a clear divide between the best and the worst builds. What's up guys, Rakowski here, and today we're going to be finishing off our rating of the houses in Lucky Palms. Before we begin, if you are new to the channel and have been keeping up with the series, don't forget to like this video and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Also, this is the last episode for this world, so be sure to let me know in the comment section down below which one we should cover next. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Well, welcome back everyone to Lucky Palms. Here we are on this beautiful cloudy day. I don't know, I just started a new save for this, so I'm not really sure what's up with the weather. But we're here to judge the rest of the builds. So in the last episode, we did 13 houses. For this episode, we only have 12 left, and we're gonna finish off the episode with the Grand Casino that comes with like the $40 version of this crap. Do I have buyer's remorse? I don't know. I guess we'll have to check out the rest of the builds and see. First up is La Casa. Yeah, it appears it's a little bit cloudy, which I guess is fine. We had some really bright sunshine in the last episode, so we can kind of deal with some different lighting. It's important that they kind of look good when they're not perfectly lit as well. Okay, first up, I think the front is beautiful, and as we move towards the back, it just goes like kind of flat and like windowy, and you know, I don't really like that. And the roofing is a little bit unusual, I would say. Like, why is this part not covered? But it's not like a balcony either. It looks like they just did half the roof, gave up on this like kind of bay window thing, and then just moved on. Let's just move into the inside. No, green bathrooms. Of course, green bathrooms. Okay, one green bathroom, two green bathrooms. Okay, well, that's it. But they also have like green in the dining room, green in the living room. This is unreal. I can't, and in the kids' bedroom too. There's green tiles on the kitchen. I don't know. This is kind of like a worse version of the house in the last episode. It just had green everywhere. The outside was all right though. Okay, so neither of these lamps are centered on the nightstands. That's kind of weird. And then in here, we have another uncentered lamp. What the hell is this print? It's like yellow and brown squids. I don't know about that. I do like this blue rug. That's like the only good thing I've seen so far. The kids' bedroom, this is awful. This is like pink and green. These do not go together at all. Oh my God, the potty matches. I don't know if that's for better or for worse. The curtains match. Everything is pink and green in this room. Okay, I know it had a lot going on. The outside from this angle is beautiful, but as you move around and you go inside, it just gets worse and worse. And if you've seen other episodes, these are all of my pet peeves. I'm giving this a 2. 1 point for each of the green bathrooms. Next up is the Lakeview Manor. It took me forever to find this house because if you look over here, the lake is like super small. I was looking all around the rivers, all the waterfront mansions. It just sounded like it would be nicer. First up, the shape is super basic, but it's the little details I'm loving. I love the cactus landscaping. I think that's kind of just enough for a house this size. This little detail in front of the front door, love that. Like lots of love and care. And the windows, it's a little too many windows. Well, I guess this wall doesn't have windows. Oh dear, they have a lot back here. But I mean, you know, for a greenhouse, I think it's impressing me. Not much to talk about with the shell. Let's just jump inside and see what style choices they made. Oh, thank God. The first thing I notice is the bathroom. So there's 2 showers, and that's more than all the showers combined from the last episode. There is green tile in this bathroom. That's not going to go well for me. Oh, the mirrors are kind of worse. Okay, I don't hate it as much because at least they have like a white tub and a white toilet. I can live with a green tile. I just can't live with green everywhere. This bedroom, this is amazing. I would love to have this bedroom. The black and orange, I've never seen black and orange done in a way where it didn't scream Happy Halloween. The furniture is just stunning. I love this shade of wood for this. I think it's really well done. The kitchen is equally as nice. Again, just like a little hint of wood with some nice white tile. That's a proper kitchen sink. Oh my God. And the dining room isn't ugly either. I love it. And the living room even, like, look at this rug. Like it's a bold red rug, but in such a simple room, it just adds a little bit of spice spice to it, and I think it's really well done. This bedroom isn't awful, but it does have the off-centered lamp, and we know how much I hate that. Their car is really nice. I think they should sell the car and just renovate their house a little bit. Well, it wasn't a lot to look at from the outside, but on the inside, I think they did a lot for such a small space. I think they styled it well for the most part. A couple ugly decisions, but I think it's a good concerted effort for a nice basic home. I'm gonna give it a 7. Again, this is like, since it's a smaller house, it's something that I can see myself actually living in, and it's something I would play in because I don't play rich Sims usually. Next up is Modernista. Well, it certainly is a modern house. I mean, it does have all like the traditional modern details. The landscaping is quite modern. Again, I love the awnings over the front doors. Whoever was in charge of this is my favorite part of the whole world so far. I think overall, I really do like the shape. It doesn't get me excited though. Like, it's missing something. It needs a little pop of color, or a little bit, I don't know, sometimes you need a little bit of ugly to kind of switch it up a little bit. But it is really well balanced. I kind of like the window placement. It does seem like something that I would do, but again, I do think it's missing something. Let's just jump inside and see if we're gonna find it there. Oh dear, this is, I don't know. See, the thing is about this kind of living room style, it's just not my style at all. But I think it's already, what the hell is this on the wall? Never mind, I take it all back. Okay, look where this painting is hung. Look at these lights. What is going on here? I don't like it. Oh my God, it gets bigger. That's even worse. It's like uncentered all the way up. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I'm probably peeking into the microphone, but what the actual hell is this? That's the worst thing I've ever seen. And there's a ceiling light like way up here to light it up even more. And there's that painting that's in every house. Okay, I'm over it. Let's go to the bathroom that's actually not green. I don't hate it. I just don't get it. Like, one guy lives here, so there's like 3 towels under 3 windows and 3 mirrors. What is that all about? And the bedroom here, again, it doesn't look like a bedroom. This looks like a hotel. Like, you'd have like the bed next to a desk and a TV. Like, okay, even though in my bedroom I have it, that's because I'm poor. I have 1 bedroom, so I have to put all my crap in it, right? This guy's got so many rooms. What's he doing that for? Oh, I didn't see this when we started. A green dining room to top it all off. Green. Before I go give it a terrible score, I just want to point out that the kitchen is really nice. It's kind of the only nice thing about this place. Okay, the inside was absolutely awful, but when I come back outside, I think the architecture of it is really well done. It's realistic, it's balanced, it's well windowed. It's just inside, it's just, I can't handle that. But I can only give so much for the shells, so I'm gonna give it a 4. Well, I mentioned in the beginning this house didn't get me excited, but my blood's sure boiling now. Next up is Nefertiti's abode. First off, I much prefer this shell over any of the other modern shells that we've seen. I think this is kind of unique to the other ones, and that makes it a little bit special. I love this wall detail here. If this was just flat, it would have nothing. Oh, it's hieroglyphics. That makes sense because of the name. I was not expecting that. And see, the rest of it is so basic that it kind of just works. I really like the front, and I love how the back has like all of the windows. It actually looks really nice. And they have a really nice pool and hot tub back here. Oh, this is another single person living here. I don't know, where do these single people get all this money? Because it's certainly not happening to me. Okay, so far so good. We needed a pick-me-up. Let's just jump inside and pray for no green bathrooms. I guess I'll start with the basement. There's like a little rec room down here. It's almost like it's a little man cavey. I hate to like, you know, gender it or whatever, but I mean, this game's also old too, so we have to keep that in mind. But I don't know how I feel about this wall detail. It's a little weirdly decorated, which I guess is fine because it's just a basement room. Moving upstairs, we have a black living room. That's actually nice. These black leather chairs. I kind of like this brick sign thing. I don't know why. What is this stuff though? Is she a garden person? No, she wants to be popular. So this is a little bit unusual. If anybody knows why this is here, please let me know in the comment section down below. I thought maybe she'd be a kleptomaniac because she has a lot of random crap in here. Like this sign is from a restaurant or something, right? But anyway, the half bath is basic and white. The kitchen is basic and white, which is going to keep me happy. This probably has a story behind it, so I'll forgive it, but you know, God knows it's ugly. And moving upstairs, I kind of like her style. I don't love this wallpaper, but even if you just like, oh wait, this isn't a wallpaper wallpaper. Those are like wall decorations on top. Okay, well, if you just sold those, it would be fine. Again, the lamps are not centered on the nightstands. Honestly, the shell may be the best that we've seen so far. I really appreciated it. It didn't need the pop of color because it actually had a nice detail. So I thought it was really good. I'm going to give this house an 8.5. It just needed that little extra touch, you know? Next up is Palazzo Paradiso. First off, this is probably my favorite shell of the low-income houses so far. It's giving me a little bit of a Brandy Broke vibe, and if you look at the family, it's like a single father with his 2 kids. I think his wife died or something, and he bought this house, and apparently he paid twice what it was worth, so now he's broke, living in this house next to a lake that has no water in it. Anyway, it's kind of the whole storyline. So I do appreciate, like, is it a Brandy Broke reference? Maybe not, but that's what I'm seeing. So far, so good. I wonder how it's gonna look inside. I love the simple country kitchen. The only thing I would do is I would switch the stove and this counter. I don't think they should be next to each other, but other than that, pretty good. Maybe another cabinet or 2 as well. I wish they used a different tile inside the bathroom, but in like a cheaper house like that, you would definitely have the same tile. So it's a little bit run down, but realistic and like not ugly per se. It's just not styled because obviously that's not his top priority when he's raising 2 kids, just like Brandy Broke's house. I think it's safe to say if something reminds me of the Brokes, it's going to do well. This living room is done all right. I really enjoy the kids' bedrooms too, because they're styled like the same, but they also have their own little bit of personality too. This is one of those houses that serves its purpose, but doesn't really stand out in any way. But of course, for the storyline, like what's he going to have? Millions of dollars stashed away somewhere? Actually, that'd be kind of interesting. But I'm going to give this house a 6. See, again, it's all in the little details. This little porch thing, like the little bump out, it's just, it's nice. Next up, we have the Pillars of Society, whatever the hell that means. If it's a pun for these 4 pillars, I'm certainly not impressed. But before we get started, I will mention that this is like the biggest mansion, I think, in the world. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we're going through. I don't like this family. They actually don't have any problems. The kids are perfect. The parents are perfect. And their big problem is, what will they do with all their money and brilliance? The pool is a very unique shape, but this is how rich people's pools are. They're never like a rectangle. They're always like this like weird oasis beachy shape. So that's kind of realistic. They have a lot of trees. I wonder if that took some of the resources from that lake for the poor family. I do like the fountain touch, even if it's like, you know, kind of not environmentally friendly. I still enjoyed the look of it, so I understand what they were going for. But the outside, again, super basic. Like there's nothing that really stands out. Again, I think their centerpiece is supposed to be these 4 columns or pillars, and it's just not doing it for me. Let's go inside. Okay, so the living room. The colors are pretty good. Nothing is gross. But this looks like a furniture showroom. It doesn't look like a living room. You know what I mean? It looks like Leon's. Okay, so I think the 4 pillars represent each other and they run all the way through the house or whatever. So I guess that is their big thing. I don't know. That really isn't my style. Oh no, speaking of not my style, a green dining room. We have another green dining room. I feel like they took away the green bathrooms, but now they're just throwing dining rooms in my face. I don't know what's going on. Again, I like the kitchen. Whoever was responsible for the kitchens in Lucky Palms, well done. Well, not all of them, but well done on the last few for sure. I much prefer this blue color than this green, but of course they put blue and green together because they don't know which one to use for some reason. And this kind of gives me, again, this doesn't give me hotel vibes. This gives me dorm room vibes. You know what I mean? Like where there's just so many places to sit. It doesn't make sense because this family isn't that big. Oh my God. Of course they have to put a green mirror and green lights in the bathroom, but at least nothing else is green. Oh my God, a piss yellow bathroom. That's almost as bad. Why is the plumbing yellow and the tile gray and white? That doesn't make sense. Like, where would you can you even buy a yellow bathtub in the last 20 years? I don't know. Okay, so coming back out to the shell, I guess it's just like too basic on the outside and too busy on the inside. I don't really know what they were thinking with the furnishing of this, but that was probably the worst furniture placement that we've seen in the entire series. I'm giving this a 3. Like, if there's something I'm missing with like the 4 pillar story, like, is there a problem with one of these people? Like a problem with one of the daughters and one of the pillars crumbling or something? Next up is Sangria Arms. Well, I'm already really liking the name because I could really use a sangria. I'm just drinking water right now. But the landscaping, again, very nice, but they have that weird driveway that I don't like. But I think for the outside, the main problem is I kind of hate the flat roofing on this one. It isn't the right kind of shell for this style of roof. I think it would have done better with like the Mediterranean orange tiles they put in the front here if they just kind of went further with that. The back is all right. This fence, again, very realistic. I've seen fences like this in real life. Maybe not green ones, but I mean, you could always recolor it, I guess. Why is it green everywhere? Like, I kind of liked the Strangerville vibe before, but this one has too much green and not enough orange and brown. I think it would be better if the fence had like green on the trim only and they used a wood color. But no matter how many times they scream at EA, they won't hire me to build houses. So let's just jump inside and complain. Oh God, barf. Okay, let's see. We have a whole green wood paneling and green and yellow wallpaper. I actually really like the color of this cherry wood for the dining set. I wish they didn't put it in an ugly room. Okay, we have green tiles in the green kitchen. Thank God we have a white stove and a white fridge and stuff. Okay, well, with the lights on, this one's actually a little bit better. I still don't like it at all, though. Oh, God, a green and yellow bathroom, baby poo everywhere. There's, okay, yellow towels, green this, yellow that. Why are they doing this to me? This is awful. I know I always complain about green, but there are ways to use it. Like this bed comforter, that's beautiful. And it goes really well in this type of room because they didn't put green literally everywhere else. Well, they did put it in the lamps and the curtains. But again, it kind of all ties in and it's not overwhelming. It's not everywhere. Like you need to break it up. This is absurd because this is kind of like a beautiful screenshot. Even though I don't like the roof, I think like the first floor of this shell is like totally great. I like the entryway. I like the little parking space. I like the bay window. But again, as we move through it, it's just not great. I'm going to give it a 4. I really expected more from this world. I did not expect Sunset Valley Part 3 and 4. Next up is Superhouse. Indeed, Superhouse. See, do you know why I know it's super? Because it has green tile and I don't hate it. And I love how this swing set is kind of next to the dumpster. It's like a nice touch because that's just kind of the only place it can go. I don't know. I like it. Oh, the back has like symmetry to it as well. That's a really nice touch because you can just have like the windows all perfect back here. But in the front, you can break it up a little bit, do a little porch. Okay, I'm going to stop ranting about the outside because we all know the inside is where it goes wrong. Let's jump there. Oh, God, no. The tiles go into the living room and into the kitchen and the handles are green and the pink oven. Oh, dear. Okay, well, we have a lot to talk about. Gross, 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 gross. Okay, I don't hate this tile on the floor of the bathroom, but it doesn't go with anything else in the bathroom, unfortunately. This bathroom has the same tile. This child's room, it just has no like flavor to it. Like some of the other child's rooms from the previous episodes, they had like bold color schemes, but very childish and fun and whimsical. This is just depressing. But like a pink kitchen sink, like that's unforgivable. Like, why would you do that to me? You got me so excited. Oh God. And the other thing is, since the outside is a lot of windows, it makes the perfect shell look ugly when you can see everything inside. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5. The inside was awful, but like this is the most like creative shell that I've seen, at least so far in this world. So I had to give it some credit. Next up is the Lido. First up, I'm going to give it points for originality. This thing is unlike anything we have seen so far, so well done. I actually think it's like a theater that got converted into a home. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. It has a dumpster, so you know, that's not something that's usually outside of like a house. Anyway, let's just jump inside. The outside's got me curious. Oh, it is a theater because the stage is here and she made it into a living room. I love it. I would love to live in a theater. I do like this pink curtain. It's a little bit bold, but I'm enjoying it. I don't love this wall paneling, but again, I'm going to give it points for originality. Like I've never seen anything like this. At least the kitchen has blue and not green in it. It's just kind of basic. The bathroom isn't green. It's just like a nice white, simple bathroom. Of course, we don't have a shower, but that's Palm Springs for you. Let's go upstairs. What a star. Twinkle, twinkle, she's a star. Oh, wow. This is dark. Okay, so this is like kind of awful because if you did this in real life, no matter how many lamps you had in that room, you wouldn't be able to see crap. Okay, I will admit, it is kind of ugly. But it's very unique and interesting, and it got me curious. And even the bad choices they made, like, I can see where they're going with it, I guess. I'm just enjoying seeing something different. I'll give it a 7. Like, why not? Oh, after the other crap we've seen, like, I give this thing a 7. Oh no, who knows what's gonna happen next? Next up is the Breakers West. Okay, well, of course, the first thing I notice is the green mailbox and green front door, but there is orange and blue on the porch here, so it breaks it up a little bit, and the outside's kind of yellow. I don't love the green, but what I will say is that this shade of blue and this shade of yellow and this shade of orange, those are colors that I would normally pick when I was doing, like, you know, more of a colorful mess of a house. So maybe that's what they're going for. There's not much to talk about. This shell is so simple. Let's just go inside. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna have to break this one down one by one. Okay, so the living room, I actually love it. I absolutely love these colors together. It's messy, it's all over the place, but it works. And I guess it just suits her personality. A purple fuchsia globe. Yep, I'm down for that. I'm not down for a green picnic table and archway, but since they're like a lime green, it goes with this kind of blacklight color style, and it does tie into this wallpaper really well. This is an interesting choice too. Oh, a green door to the bathroom. What color is the bathroom? Not green. Wow, look at that. Okay, I'll live with like a blue tub and a blue sink. This is psychedelic, man. Look at that. And she has like a reading nook inside of her bathroom. I don't hate it. Love the purple sheets. I used to have purple sheets. And she got candles all different colors. I think there's every color in this mess. I don't know if it's because of what we've already seen in this episode and I'm just clinging on to whatever I can find, but this got me happy, excited, nauseated, but in a good way. It's like the fun ugly I've been waiting for. I'm giving this house a 10. Like, I'm not normally an A for effort person, but like, they had a vision and they went for it and I'm seeing it. So well done. Next up is the Deadliest Danger. It doesn't look too dangerous unless I'm going to jump off of it because I see another green bathroom, but the outside just looks kind of boring and brown. It has some nice architectural details. I actually really like the windows on the side. I think a lot of care was put into this. It looks better from the back for sure. Just like Kim Kardashian, I guess. Again, just like the other boathouses, it needs a little something else. It's just leaving me wanting more. I think the lot is gorgeous. I think the water looks great now that the sun's starting to come up. So I would love to live on this lot, but that's not really what we're rating. So let's jump inside. Okay, yeah, coming inside, it's really understyled as well. I really like how they did a little bit of pop here at the kitchen, but again, it just really isn't enough. I'm gonna see if I can turn on some more lights so we can see what's going on. This bathroom, a wooden shower. Can you even do that? Is that possible? Wouldn't it just like rot and fall apart? Oh my God, the downstairs has a lot of stuff in it. I wasn't expecting this. There's just nothing in here that stands out. I think it's well made. It's very functional. This kind of reminds me of a house that I would make if I was just playing The Sims and not worrying about the builds. I would just put like everything I needed into like a square, right? But I don't know. I think, let's see what's upstairs. Oh, it's just a loft bed too. There's nothing exciting in here. I know I'm cutting this one off a little bit short, but there's really nothing to talk about. And I think just like for all intents and purposes, the best score is a 5. Like a 5 meaning like functional, basic, with no creative style, you know? Next up is the Wave Motion Laboratory. See, this is just immediately architecturally better than the other one. It's a little bit more dynamic. It just has a little bit more of a pop. These roofs are kind of steep, but it just kind of adds to that boat shape. Has a similar style to its next door neighbors as well, right? But I mean, I do wish it had a pop of color. Like, why aren't they doing anything special for these ones? I think all the color just went into that one house that we just gave a 10 to, and then the rest of the world didn't have any. They do kind of have this like red furniture going on outside, but it just isn't enough. Okay, let's just jump inside. Okay, it's kind of dark in here, but I can see that they're already using quite a bit more color than like what the house has. So are these like black or blue leather? I don't know. It's kind of funky. I don't know if it belongs in this kind of house, but I'm certainly glad it's not like green couches. I like the chairs and the table for the dining room combination. These are not usually like colors I would match together either. The kitchen is nice. It has like an espresso machine or a tea machine or something, like an actual kitchen sink. The stove and the fridge are separate. I love when they use like the corners sectioned off like this. It's a nice style choice, I think. Don't let me fool you. I may complain about a lot of this stuff, but I make some hideous choices too. It's part of the fun though, right? Like you just have to be able to laugh at it. Okay, speaking of hideous choices, this comforter, I'm actually being a little bit mean. It's not too bad, but this bathroom, it has an unfinished floor. So I don't know if that's because they forgot, or I don't know if they wanted it to look like that. Who knows? But yeah, and they got like, what is this, like acorn lamps? I thought it was zebra print for a second, but that's even weirder. Okay, again, nothing too special, but at least the inside got me talking a little bit more. I can't believe how ugly that bedroom was, and then I just realized how ugly I must be in this frame. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna give this house a 6. It's just like a step up from the previous house, you know? It just doesn't really have its own special something. And for our grand finale is the Lucky Simoleons Casino. And I thought we would use one of my favorite sim families. So these are the Calientes, but my Sims 3 version of them. This is Flamenco Caliente. This is Nigat Al Mahmoud. Well, she married Flamenco, so now she's Nigat Caliente. And he's half alien. And so these children are like the most diverse The Sims has ever seen. And they're also some of the best characters. So I always like to start playing them as children so they can kind of grow up into the Nina and Dina that we know and love. But anyway, I'm gonna send Nigat over to the casino so that way she can check it out for us and kind of give us the grand tour. For the meantime, I just want to go with the outside. This is beautiful. I love this. This is exactly what I wanted. It's still like a white modern build, but it's like accented with some blues and some pinks. They go really well together. It doesn't overwhelm the build. I just think it's really great. And I love these windows, and you couldn't use these in a house. You would have to use them in a place like this. Okay, well, she's coming into the entry lounge here. Again, I like how the colors are consistent and they carry through, and they're not overwhelming either. It's hard to use bright colors like this, but see, even when I do my frame, I use it like sparingly. I don't make like it all light up all over the place. Okay, so let's move on to the actual fun part, which is the slot machines and stuff. So inside, it's actually kind of dark, which is not typical of a casino. I wish they used a few more lights, but the machines do light up when you win. You have these blackjack tables. There's actually more DLC casino stuff, but you have to buy it, and I've already spent a fortune on this, so I didn't bother. And this is how the build is normally set up. I think it's very functional. I've played in here before, and it's just like nice to be able to walk around, go to different slot machines and different blackjack tables. But I remember once my sim did pee herself, so the bathrooms being all the way over here, that's like a minus for me. And I'm gonna end off with the back here. It's like a nice little pool, beautiful area. This is exactly how a Las Vegas or a Palm Springs casino would have their back pool area. It's like pretend beach. They got the trees around. I love the fire pit. That's always a nice touch. Yeah, even coming back to the outside, I think it's absolutely beautiful when it comes to the architecture. Love the statue. I love the colors. And honestly, I love this build so much that I'm gonna give it a 10. Even though my sim peed themselves in it, some things are just worth it. You know, this thing is just gorgeous. Well, that concludes our rating of the builds in Lucky Palms. I'm shocked that I gave out so many low scores the last couple episodes, but when they got it right, it was absolutely beautiful. So it was worth kind of like wading through the mud, you know? And overall, even though I didn't love the builds in this world, it's still one of my favorite worlds to play in. From the outside, it's really beautiful. Most of the problems were inside, and as long as you don't make a lot of friends in the town, you should be okay. But let me know what you think. Did this like help you like it more, or do you like it a little bit less? I don't really know how I feel yet. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a like and subscribe for some more Sims content, especially some more build rating videos. These are my favorite ones to do. And let me know in the comments section down below what world we want to do next. Boom.